what Alan said right there. If s1mple is able to bring in the quality of play that we know he can bring to the table, if he's able to play to 50-60% of his potential, then Falcons could easily surprise a lot of people and actually make a deep run into the major.
That's the thing, right? I mean, s1mple's first CS2 stand-in famously didn't go too well at all against Medisport, but it's not really, like, it's obviously not all about s1mple. Lots of people will think that, but the Falcons core, we thought maybe had turned a small corner, right, during the Blast Showdown, where they made it to the full finals, had a really good run there. Actually, we were playing good Counter-Strike purely off of, like, watching them. It was very obvious that it was looking better. But since losing to Pain in the Dacia Belgrade play-in best-of-1, they've only won one best-of-3 out of 10, and that was against Atox of all teams. So, yeah, we need to see an improvement right here, right now, and we're ready to go on Anubis. s1mple's in the server, baby.
Yeah, he definitely is. You've been waiting a long time to see this one, folks, haven't you? One game in Counter-Strike 2 for s1mple so far, and it's the best around. First contact, Maka spotted in towards the canals. Of course, we are starting things off with the map pick of the French. As we said, only once we've seen Falcons take on 3D Max, right? Let's take our eyes off of s1mple for just 5 seconds. That was the DIM Rio close qualifier, right? That's the end of August. Falcons were able to win that game. Nuke, which is the map pick of the Falcons in this series, was the only map that 3D Max was able to win. The other two maps were Anubis and Vertigo. The Anubis was a 13-11 in favor of the Falcons, and now we see them pick into it. Definitely going to be an exciting one. For now, though, feels like it's going to be an A split, and it's already in play.
Oh, Lucky, though. He's set up, and Madden and Dupree are removed instantly. Lucky has got so much control on the pillar, and he's going to get a third as well. It is all down to Magis trying to make his way in, but guess what? There's a bit of a flash in play as well. And Exorcist will help out Lucky for that last. 3D Max starting clean on CT.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want, right? You're going back to that conversation. Everyone's going to be talking about the Falcons. Everyone will want to have their eyes set on s1mple. And for the for 3D Max, this is a great opportunity, right? A team that is on the back of a bit of a disappointing result in the ESL Challenger League as well, missed out on qualifying for the next season of VPL, when we know how important it is for that group of players. Now you get to play against all those names. You get to play against s1mple, Mages, Snappy, Dupree, and have your revenge for the close qualifier from month and a half ago. And of course, you know how high the prize pool is here at the Thunderpick. There's no point in me telling you. $850,000. So for a team like 3D Max, I mean, for every single team in the world, this is a whole lot of money. But especially for one of those teams that has been on the prowl to try and break into the tier 1.5/tier 1 scene, play a little bit more consistently. And tournaments.
And that's kind of the reason why I've actually picked 3D Max to win this game, but we'll get back to our predictions in a little bit. We're going aggressive through camera, and it's not started well, I'm afraid. Dupree, team kill on Madden as they line up too much, and all 5 alive. That was a force buy for Falcons. It's not like it's an eco for the round 3 AK, so 3D Max going to be gifted the 3s that are opening here. Look at that, Dupree, he went for the shot on Madden, and through Madden, and unfortunately he was too low to take it.
Yeah, and it's a great start for Lucky, by the way. He's on 7-0. One of the, actually the only 3D Max player that has any tier 1 experience. We're talking about all the names on the Falcons lineup. Lucky being part of G2 back in 2018, 2019. Was part of the tier 1 circuit for a little bit. Of course, this is just going to be an eco, so a bit of a moment to actually focus on some Counter-Strike history. You know, officially today, we can say that Mages, Dupree, and Sonic are the only 2 players and a coach, obviously, that have played with all the, well, most of the greats. We're talking about Device, Zywo, and s1mple. So pretty much anyone bar Nico.
I know, pretty crazy that, isn't it? But, you know, obviously the s1mple situation will dominate conversation, and deservedly so, but as you rightly mentioned, 3D Max are looking to break into that sort of next level, and they've obviously been a team as a 5 core for a lot longer, and it's a 4 core especially. When they added Gravity, obviously I actually thought that was a really perfect decision, and it has worked out that way at the moment, I would say. Definitely improved 3D Max's individual level. And he's been a really important factor for them in recent tournaments, trying to break through to that level. And as you, I think as Freddie rightly mentioned in the pre-game on our desk, right? I mean, 3D Max as a organization, they've been allowed to look for offers, the players, I believe. Could even be representing a different org for the RMR. And if they don't re-sign, like, lots of conversation about that. But
yeah, lots of conversation about this lineup as well, though, right? You're looking at not only S1mple. By the way, early on we see the tactical timeout. This is what I like seeing. You can tell that obviously S1mple is going to be a lot more involved in the conversation, and I feel like this is one of the things that he's going to be able to bring to the table for this Falcons lineup, bar just good numbers on the AVP, which obviously is something that was brought in when talking about S1mple. It didn't feel like he was playing badly in the last couple of events for the Falcons. You're looking at his performance at EPL, even S1mple. S1mple didn't have bad events, right? But when you're talking about probably the input that S1mple is going to have ideas-wise, just trying to make everyone around himself feel more comfortable, then you can see the difference.
You can see it's a slow start, can't you? They look cold, and 3D Max look warm. Exorcist has got all three with the MP9, for goodness sake. When they tried to take A main control. And, you know, I just had a feeling coming into this that we could see something along these lines. It's very early days, but we shall see how it progresses. Dupree and Madden do answer back. Madden is forced forward, though, by the Fire and Flames, and Lucky will take that one every day of the week. It's Dupree, 10 HP. He's creeping towards the captain of 3D Max. He'll take that one comfortably, and the first gun round goes the way of the French.
Is it about time to start talking about 3D Max and Anubis a little bit more and involve them in the conversation as well? Those first couple rounds have been a complete lockdown. Maybe we could have overlooked the pistol round, maybe the anti-force, maybe the anti-eco. That was the first spy round, and they made it look easy. That was a triple kill from an MP9. Falcons try and get ahead of the smoke. Absolutely and completely denied. And this is, I guess, obviously something that numbers are not going to show as much because of some of the results during that S1mple close qualifier when it comes down to the Anubis from 3D Max. But this has been their results at ESL Pro League, right? Out of the 4 times they played it, you're talking about the Mongols, G2 Spirit, and the Mongols again. They were able to take down both Spirit and G2 on this map. And let's not forget, the highest amount of rounds that a team out of those that they beat took against them was G2, and that was 10. It wasn't even OT, it wasn't even 11. 3D Max know how to play Anubis as a tier 1 team is pretty much the bottom line of all of this. So again, we're having a conversation about the individuals. It couldn't get overlooked the fact that 3D Max as a team has been together for much longer, and you are expecting them to be playing cleaner, more fundamental Counter-Strike. Individuals though,
我觉得差不多要开始展望这张图了。
at least in this round, this is what you're relying on, especially with a high buy like this one. Madden on the hero AK already getting an opening, but you need a little bit more.
我想下一局再输，基本上上半场最好也是9-3。
Double actually force him forward. He could just get triple swung here. He absolutely will. It's Dupree to get the 1 dig, but now Maka, you know he can deliver in these positions, and he's doing it again. Exceed is flanked as well, which means Dupree is stuck.
超惨，对啊，干。我等下下一个回合，下一个回合人能看吗？
It's not all, like, obviously we're making it about S1mple because it deserves to be the
这S1mple到现在没拿过局，妈的，干这5回合都是干莫名其妙。看得出来他应该是专门打水路、打挖头那块，就是 stairs 是空，然后但我不知道啊，觉得控不是特别好。
They got farmed by Red Canids in Pro League and only beat Atox. Like it's absolutely insane results for a team of this quality, and yeah, we need to see a lot more from the whole team. And of course, I don't think one player to join a new roster in S1mple. I don't think anyone would have as much cultural impact.
50% 是一个牌子吗？应该是吧。
我不知道哎。
但你怎么知道那么多奇奇怪怪的牌子？而且昨天跟你问你要不要申请补助，你还说不用傻小。
Got opening 2 in this round finally to get Falcons an advantage, and Magis will confirm that as well next to season. It's a 5v2.
Yeah, absolutely, and this is still going to be one of the main conversations as well when you're talking about the Falcons, right? I feel like roles have been discussed heavily when it comes down to this team. Obviously, you know what S1mple is bringing in, who he's replacing. He's still going to be the Oper. There's no questions there. One of the other main talking points always has been who's the big star of this Falcons team, right? Because obviously S1mple was playing really well, but you're not looking at him and thinking he can put on, he can have the same weight in the team as someone like S1mple, someone like Zaiwu could, someone like Device could back in the day. So you're talking about maybe the lack of an X factor, which obviously you're trying to bring in now with S1mple, but rifle-wise, Chris is probably the one alongside Mandarin as well that should be able to bring in a lot of those numbers. Especially if we're talking about the way that things have been just distributed in terms of the CT side. Mandarin has been given a lot more freedom. T side, wide of course, Dupree being the main aggressor. In a lot of occasions, we're going to check this out. Lovely double opening and Mage is able to lock down the rotation. So nothing too complicated here. Of course, it's a matter of a different question. How many times Dupree is just going to be able to walk out, be like that and find a double. But you know what? If he does it, you're not going to complain if you're on the side, especially when you're down 0-5.
Is that replicable? That is the question. S1mple, he's got the AWP out, and the observer knows what's up. Already trying to hold the angle toward mid. Now, a very small factor, right? I mean, we know he's been out of competitive play for a while, but I think in history, he only has 12 professional Anubises on record. I mean, obviously, it doesn't mean a huge amount because he plays it a lot. In parts, like, 50% map, but yeah, it is a very small number.
对啊，但我觉得节奏是真是一个最大的问题，尤其是烟啊什么那些就使用起来。但我觉得有没有炸烟这个东西是差很多，还有没有王位，烟边能不能蹭什么，这些都会影响节奏。不过你也都知道。
Fantastic start for 3D Max though, and they've been very assertive. This is how you play CT Anubis these days. You play as assertive as you can, proactive as you can, getting information around the map, try and take A main, go for a peek toward B, go for these E-box picks. Playing a bit more defensive this time though, but he's missed a big shot. It's a double setup into the E-box position. And great reaction. Jocko should have taken that one. Ecstasy will take Magisk, and there is S1mple. He's got his opening on Lucky, and Snappy will find Maka as well. They've got a 3 versus 2, but Snappy walking wounded. That's a huge kill from Madden.
Yeah, S1mple had the bomb when he died in towards A main, so
OK， 他要去中路
走
这个包。
Snappy and Madden, a lot of steps being made. They weren't anticipating that reposition from Exorcist. He's made that one doable for sure. Now the question is, are they going to overthink this? Doesn't feel like it though. Straight up sprint in towards the B bomb side. Bomb will go down. You can all that you've got on the fact that Exorcist will give this one a go. 4K in the bank account. Money on 3D Max is not too bad. Question is, does he want to drop down Con, give away his position, or risk it, waste a lot of time and go around the world and towards main? If he goes main, he's just probably playing to lock it down, and yeah, I feel like he's called it off already. It's just going to be a save. He's going to try and get a couple guns out of their hands, but nothing more than it.
Yeah, it's the boring option, but it makes sense, right? You want to deny as many players alive as possible for Falcons early game here to limit their economy. Well played round by Falcons in the end. They realised the positions across the map at the right timings. And Madden getting that kill on the deep CT player.
Are we going to get to see a replay of the kill though? That's the big question. That's going to be some cultural impact right there. There it is. That's what you tune in, folks. You wanted to see S1mple kills with an AVP. There you go. There's the first one. Write that down. Clip it. Okay. Send it to a friend. Share it on social media.
Most normal kill of all time. Yet we're
it doesn't matter.
It,
no, absolutely not. You know what? You know what? When Cristiano Ronaldo scored goals in front of an empty goal, no one cared. A goal is a goal, a kill is a kill.
Fair enough.
Put some respect on his name.
That's a decent analogy, actually. I respect that one. Anyway, looks like Snappy is looking to flash Magisk into A main. Getting control across the map is something that Falcons have struggled to get in the openings here, but got 2 on the board now, and they're limiting that CT economy. They've got 1 more buy, of course, 3D Max, and a little bit left over on Lucky and Gravity. Building into the game.
Yeah, just holding the line for now. This time a bit of a slower default, and on the minimap we can once again see how Dupree is trying to work all alone and towards the B-bomb side, and once again getting that opening. Gravity's gonna go down, but this time Dupree doesn't go for more. He's gonna slow it down, baiting them into even more aggression. This is working out perfectly right now for Dane. And there goes the support from Madden.
Just Lucky on the site, and he's been tagged down to 39 now. I think Madden, he knows where he is, and Lucky's actually got away towards CT now, but Falcons have got 40 seconds to figure this one out in a 4v2. Should be no worries unless Ecstasies can cut off multiple at once. Oh my word, he just crossed bridge. S1mple didn't see it, but thankfully Magisk did. Lucky will probably not be going anywhere near this one. So once again, it's Dupree really taking the initiative outside those B smokes, playing these angles around the main position. There's another multi-kill from him, and as you rightly mentioned, he's the one that's been a little bit quieter lately. So a good performance from him will go a long way to help Falcons perform as a whole. And they will now close the gap to 2.
Yeah, it's fair to say, by the way, I think Bars and Pius, you're probably looking at Madden as the only other really solid piece individually, and I say really solid, the only other piece that has been showing a couple good times, right? You're trying to remember the Blast Bowl final performance from the Falcons, obviously the fact that they lost to Navi, they lost to FaZe. We're talking about that FaZe game, though. That was the most competitive one we've seen, and probably the best Counter-Strike we've seen from the Falcons in a long time. Madden had a 38-27 engine and 27-11 on the CT side. So you can, and Madden, I think, never has been a question whether he's got the individual skill and the mechanics to be an incredibly impactful player in the server. It's just the fact that he's taken a lot of the quote-unquote labor roles on a team, but if you have him, if you have Dupree bringing in the impact, and make no mistake about it, Dupree is the reason that Falcons have won 2 of the 3 rounds that they have on that East side simply by his solo ventures in towards that B lobby. So yeah, if you have those 2 performing well, then the picture could be quite different in terms of the results.
Happy, that's a good entry with the Mac 10. It baits in Magisk for the trade on Gravity as well. That's handy. It's a bit of an eco for 3D Max, but you can easily fall down SMGs, and Lucky's here with the M4 now. S1mple gets his with the Mac 10. Actually dropping the AWP to go for the kill with the Mac 10. Smartly realizing the situation.
觉得蛮 OK 的啊
to use
，1500以内我会买吧
bonus money as well.
，1500到1700之间。
Scarpa.
可是我不知道哎，你可以再多比较一点类似的衣服。
Well, gets a tag on Maka, I believe.
我感觉这种类型蛮多的，你可以再看到看有没有你更喜欢的，比方说材质或者版
Obviously
型
in that
什么
last
的。
round as well, I say it's Dupree putting in a lot of
还有价格。
work outside that B lobby position, like we both spoken about, but it was kind of 3D Max more searching for it on that occasion, and searching on it on a kind of weird timing can work if you're lucky, but
风衣，
I think that time it was more of sort of a guess, and they went one by one. They didn't necessarily go together with that.
秋天的哦，
flashing
所以你
to
意
be
思说
made,
比较
so-
没那么厚，是不是？
Maka's found that AK. He'll try and save it. Lucky will do the same for the second round in a row. He's
没有啊，
10-2
那件是
Lucky
OK 的啊，
actually
我
thus
看
far.
起来就是 OK。可是我只是说，我觉得你可以再比较一下，因为我觉得那种类型蛮多的，
Yeah,
应
I
该
think
蛮
this
多
is the
家都
right
有
way to
做。
put it as well. You're going into it. The start was a
枫叶的
little
话，
bit
你要不要
slow.
去看
You
Zara
dropped
什
the
么
best
的？
around. You dropped the conversions. You
Zara
dropped the
风格
first
不
buy
错。
round as well. When you tried and get ahead of that smoke in towards the A bomb site, you just got completely shut down by an MP9. On the back of a couple good plays from Dupree and towards the B bomb
所
site,
以
it
我
feels
确
like
实，
everyone else
你
is
意思
starting
说
to
他
wake
会
up a little bit
吸
more
走
for
那
the
个亮点，
Falcons.
对
And
不对？
we might, in the end of the day, see a bit more of a competitive showing on map number 1, of course. We are starting things off with the
超
map
级
pick of the
薄的
Frenchman.
枫叶，
You're
我觉得
still
其实超
talking
级
about
薄的
5
也不
rounds on
错
the
哎，
CT
就
side of
是
Anubis,
我
right?
觉得有
So
时候
even if Falcons were on paper
因为
to
很
win
多
every
枫叶
single
就是
round
那
until
种
the end of
就
that
是
half, we would still
实际
probably
上真的
give
很厚然后什么的，你
the
就要，
favorite position to 3D Max
但是
to
有这
get
种
up in
薄
the
的时候
second
就
half.
可以那个
It's
什
all
么
about how
穿搭
the
可以多
Falcons
样化
win the
一
rounds
点，因为它
until
不
the
会
end
让
if
你
they're
觉得
able
很
to.
热或不舒服。
We're going to see the first tactical timeout
Easy
now
now.
for 3D Max. Money allows for them to go for it. Another reinvestment. The big handicap, though, Mac is not going to have an AVP available.
好，那你现在可以离开那间店了。
Some moody
那我不知道你
tech
刚刚在
pause
问什么。
music. I love it. Feels like we're in the final boss of like a dungeon raider game or something.
但我觉得 S1mple 的
I mean,
整个角
if
色
you're 3D
转变
Max,
很多
probably
哎，
not
他其实以
form-wise
前
and
的局比较偏
recency-wise,
向是
but
trade
you are
的角
against
色，
all
他
the
其实
final
在
bosses that you can hope.
还是说 Anubis， 感觉 Anubis 这张图好像其实蛮少，
Jocko,
他
only
打
one
蛮
kill on
少
the board
的。
thus far. That was against S1mple, but
Just CS:GO 的
he's
时候。
looking to improve. He's
我印象最
often
深
been
刻
the
的
X factor
Anubis
for this
是
3D Max roster at
是那
this
个
level.
他那
He has
个
a good game.
在 Paris Major 上面打废子，然后输掉，然后rating就0.5那一场，感觉超难过的。要不要意见？不用。我要我会去看。
Been on the top of the board. And again, Falcons have been trying to just spread around play as many defaults as possible. Potentially, one of the conversations before the start of this was we try and keep it simple because obviously no pun intended, by the way. Because obviously they didn't have the time to practice as much. You're probably talking about 2 to 3 weeks since they announced S1mple joining the team, and obviously they haven't played a single official. So keeping it as casual, as simplified as possible, spread around, rely on the communication, players to find the kills. Be the way to go, and so far it has been working out for some of them. At least you're finding the refrags.
Yeah, Magisk has been doing really good work in this round, but Maka caught S1mple, I think in the corner of mid, and his right-click nade could just expose Madden to the elements, and there we go, he's been spotted out. Lucky realizes what's up, he gets both. What a game for Lucky thus far. Magisk's hard work might go unrewarded in this one. He's the only one to get the 2 kills in the round, and I think that opening kill that comes through for 3D Max really relaxed them, it felt like, when even though Magisk was getting those trades, and they blew up from the smoke near E-Box and Snappy.
我记得 S1mple 以前，他好像通常也是在水房那个位置，然后协助 B 和控 A 大吧，就是他常常会在 A 大外面帮忙打 C 到 A 或者是就是抓水房，就是帮助水房核心。简单来说就是在中路水房那个 water 的部分，在 stairs 的部分当辅助，有时候辅助会有。感觉他这个的定位蛮类似，可是可能推那个 A 点的那个 player 的打法跟什么的，可能会跟以前打的不太一样。
因为狙在水下其实超强，确实啊，当然。应该说，水下那边就是 T 赛最重要的控制位置，所以当然是交由这个最强大的狙来控这个区域。可是问题是，他同时要 support 两边的概念，其实也就是变相的意思是说 ，A、B 两边，他是一个专职辅助人，那一定要有人来保护他，或者来帮他做一些事情，他不可能就是在 A、B 那边一直加一直加。他这样一定会 lose 掉其中一边。他只要其中一边出事，他人就没了。对啊，真的很强啊，那个位置就是。打跑进来，他们听到了，然后你看没有任何道具哦。说回去，被一个人。2个道具控制。啊，然后现在全部转完，现在不知道有没有转。如果是以前的话，以前的 Navi 的话，而你看这个 B man， 这个 B man， 虽然 3D Max 这边是没有做动作，可是这边如果推出去，他们有 B man， 他们就知道。他们就 info 完全就知道了，他们中路跟 B 面完全可以不站，超级强。这代表说他们都已经知道怎么打，然后有可能等于再硬打一个，就是这么难受。3D 烂，3D 我不知道可是老实说，我目前看起来我还是没有觉得他们有以前的味道，可能是 CSGO 跟 CS 的打法不太一样。那我没怎么看 CS， 我觉得感觉上还是有差。
Snappy does have to move. He will move toward heaven, but dies to gravity. And Magisk is in also no man's land. There's nothing you can do about that. 3D Max get at least a lead on the half.
Yeah, now you're starting to feel like you're losing a grip of this map, aren't you? Right? You're already looking at 7 rounds on the CT side, potentially even 8. At least you get a bump down, but this hold on to the side was absolutely necessary there for the Falcons. They had to win it. They absolutely had to. Reaction was good enough. They slow it down properly. They re-aggress A once again. Didn't panic. Didn't make any risky decisions. Just couldn't win a couple vital fights towards the end there on the hold. And well played. Gravity playing his life, waiting for his teammates towards end main to make first point of contact.
可是没有，其实对 S1mple 来说，我觉得 S1mple 有压力的原因是因为 所有人都觉得他是 Ghost， 所以所有人一定都99.9%放大检视。可是你对他你不放大检视好像又怪怪，因为他是 S1mple， 你知道吗？所以就变成他好像没有任何容错，这样他自己的自尊心也不会允许他给自己容错。所以这整个就很难受。开杀！直接滚啊
！S1mple gets his first multi-kill of his return, and Falcon should be guaranteed 5.
And you can instantly see how he gets that multi-kill, starts charging forward with the AVP, might even get a triple here. Players spotted out, shot made out, knife out, and it's Mandarin.
CS2, fucking
Make
CS2.
sure that S1mple does not go down, but there goes the first double, there goes the impact, there goes the round in favor of the Falcons.
56K 好厚哦。
They get 5 on that T side. I'm still not necessarily sure you're going to be overly excited about this, though. You're talking about the big picture. Of course, the man himself does manage to find the double there, and it's nice to see him hitting some good shots. But in terms of
Production's got the memo today, haven't they? Like,
no, you know what? I don't want to blame them, even when I want to talk about and give a little bit of praise to 3D Max for actually getting 7 rounds on the CT side.
我跟你讲，他这场如果杀，这是整场结束，如果还有杀到20个，我就请你被星巴克。这一场啊，这努比是这样子。
Each kill almost from S1mple's camera POV as well.
Yeah, you know what's the crazy part about it? Lucky's 13 and 4, and we've seen more replays of S1mple's 4 and 8.
You're absolutely right, my friend. Dupree will regress and deal with Jocko or Frank Campbell. It's going to be really awkward. And Exorcist will deal with Snappy. Dupree goosed down to 2. And the answer back from the French is immediate. Go aggressive, and Exorcist deals with it. That's clean. This pistol, as you rightly said, with Falcons only mustering 2 on that T side, could go a long way. Magic is the only healthy member remaining, and he's going to be smoked off now. There's no path back.
No, absolutely not. Lucky make that a double.
这样能验输啊！
Yeah, of course. We're even gonna look at the body, man.
首相局这边基本上要再掉2局，感觉等下就10比5了，至少10比5完，要是第11局没打赢，一口烂掉，直接结束。什么意思？镜头？怎么了？我觉得镜头那样 OK 啊，正常吧。
I know. It's just so funny, dude. Like, I love the Counter-Strike community just for their wildness. Like, oh, 2 kills. He's back, guys. We're so back. And he dies without getting a kill. Arrow's washed. Our goat is washed. Nah, it's honestly adds to the comedy of the situation. Chat, I see you.
Yeah, we see you.
哦
We rate you.
没注意，没有要干哪？他们match很正常，他们有时候那个导入把人难出。
I don't love you that.
对我们比赛内容一点帮助都没有。可是 competitive。
There's a force buy from Falcons immediately after losing the pistol. They have a couple of replays left on S1mple. He'll use his now, and Dupree still got his. But
等下注意看一下。
3D Max know if they can remove this force buy, that 10-5 is almost guaranteed, and they're well on their way to opening that lead. Nice little setup actually for Magic and Snappy playing together. And that was not ready for that B-Frap flash into the angle. That's superb. That's S1mple's flash. It sets up Magis and Snappy. Another one with the 5-7. And suddenly Lucky having an insane game, but all alone.
Yeah, what a half by that's been so far.
这局赢了再加一局哦，
pick up
基
the
本
final
上。
pieces and put them in the right places. And by the final pieces, I just pick Lucky up. Just put him down. 16 and 4 though. He's been playing fantastically, but I think the moment that you see what type of a situation you're in, you just decide to save, right? You're looking at the flash. You have an AK. You have the armor. You know you're going to be forced to go for an investment in the next round. You just give it away, and you can see Falcons, they picked it up, and this is all on Snappy, Magis, and the Great.
现在没有挂任何吊饰。没做事，不是啊？看他手中路了，老哥，对面有打中路吗？没有吧？那你怎么能怪他？
A woman breaks of death.
Oh. This is a big boy.
That's a bit NSFW, maybe.
因为手中路的啊，然后 Match is called the pre 那个手臂的啊，一点 anchor 啊。
That was cheap. Yeah. Here's the flash, by the way. We'll see it come through in a second. There we go. That just destroys everything for 3D Max when they're trying to keep hold of A main.
枪管上是哪一个调式？真的假的？我不知道哎、欸，他自己挂的、啊。
Yeah. We hope that everything's gonna be alright, of course, and I just realized we're having that epic music for the technical timeouts as well, not only for the tactical timeouts, but yeah, we're having that conversation. Obviously, you're going into this game, if you're the Falcons, into this entire tournament as well, because you get to play one more game today, and yeah, guys, you heard that right, they get to play. If they win, they play again. If they lose, they play again later today. It doesn't make a difference, but this entire tournament I feel like is quite important. As we said, get as many reps as possible before the RMR starts, before the fight for the major starts. And if you're gonna have that rusty moment of a couple officials where S1mple not able to really feel the game, you'd rather have it before you wanna try and do as much as you want at the major.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, right?
Like off the bat as early as possible.
Don't get me wrong, I want to see it as much as the next guy, but it's just not reality that S1mple can come into this game and drop 30. Like,
oh no, you know what? I'm gonna be optimistic about it. I'll say we're gonna see 30 bomb from him. Well, not 30, 25 bomb from him at least once in the group stage.
那你要不要搞一个
no, fair enough, that's a decent
你也有，
prediction.
还是你想要换好一点猎户座的
Of course,
completely delusional. I'll die by it.
那还不是崭新的，好像。
Fair enough. I mean, I will admit I predicted 3D Max for this game, so we shall see.
可是你那 stay track 应该蛮多
That
的。
force by win for Falcons is huge. To get a handle hold on the CT side.
那把是崭新，
Economically,
那把是崭新了，只是磨损还没有到最顶级
which
的。
is pretty crazy. But
对啊，那把是崭新，对对，我想起来。但是你可能之后
keep
会
as
买。
much money in hand as possible.
嗯，你已经顶我了
I've。got a little bit of utility left, but it's a bit
那你
dangerous.
那你可以
Snappy,
直接
that
告
is
屌丝了。
bold with the Mac 10, but he's
我
held
不知道哎，
that
干那也
damage
太
to
贵
S1mple.
了
You know what? He
点
actually
魔的
gets the kill for him.
Orient 然后再加 stay track，干超
Now
贵的，
Mandarin on
你
the
怎么
side,
你怎么敢的啊？
35 bullets to use, and Lucky down already.
要近点，要近点
And。Free is here to help out. He hasn't even shown his hand yet. This should be a comfortable hold for these two Falcons players. They're getting pinched from the other
中路推
side.
出来了吗？推
Even
出
though
来了。
Snappy goes down,
OK。
will be comfortable. 4 alive for Falcons. Gap is 1 once again.
顶
You know
魔
what? This is really solid. Madden gets a
哦，
double.
你是轻微的顶
Mages
魔，
Snappy Debris get 1 each.
挂了也可以拆。
You convert
Oh,
against
对好，
that force
你也
fight.
是。
You get 8-7. Now you're probably
对啊，那
gonna
看你
get
要
to
不要
level
啊？
things up
我是
against
觉得
Nico. This
OK
is
啊。
not looking too bad for the Falcons. And if you're a Falcons fan or just a fan of Counter-Strike, you want to S1mple, you're tuning into this game and
我这真的没有那
you're
个，
hoping
我
for
想要
them
直接
to
看
win.
他官方的，我不
Then
想
you
要。
probably are going to be looking and putting a lot of trust in those CT sides, right? Because you're looking at all the individuals that should know how to make the right decisions. Obviously, you're talking about so much experience.
对面就没打一本。
CT side is where if you have clear communication, people are able to hit their shots, then you could be able to get away with something. Obviously, CT side of Anub is probably the least comfortable of them all, but so
你看
far,
他也没捡
so
一口
good.
frag
Free
啊，
with a
你也
nice
不
little
能讲什
triple,
么
had a
吧？
couple good multi-kill rounds in the first half, especially in towards that B bomb side. When it came down to the early buy rounds that the Falcons were picking up, this is not looking too bad. A level game. 3D Max will have the guns out in the next, but Falcons at least giving them a good fight.
0.05怎么会是顶魔？0.005
One
才
is
是
what
顶
you
魔
most
呢
could possibly hope for there if you are 3D Max.
What the fuck？
All the ecos go the way of the B site players.
还是猎户座最顶就
Need a
0.05？
full gun round
不可能
here.
吧
So a couple of Galils in play for Jocko
我
next
说的是
to
他不是
afford
那
full
种就是
utility.
快要举顶那种啊，还是什么？
Free playing that E-box role, just jiggle peeking to see if someone's holding that angle, perhaps with an AWP, perhaps with a scout. He's wandering up right now. This can be down to timing. That Molotov actually will force them away. It will be heard very much, of course, by Jocko that they've had to move away from that position and
那
Dupree
顶魔
taking
不是这样
some
讲
damage
好
down
不好？
to
顶
52
魔是
already.
说，就
S1mple
是可能
rotated in to help toward B. Doesn't
在
like
那个
S1mple
什
is
么
very
酒
much
精
the
0.15那
rotator
种的叫顶魔，
in
干
this
妈
role
的！
on CT side thus far. He's been floating around mid.
知道
around
没有
A,
举顶本来就不
come
存
and
在
help
啊，
B
举顶
if
要
necessary.
0.00，要完全
Yeah,
是顶
this
才
is
有
what you。expect from the Opera as well on the CT side of Anubis, right? You just give him a lot
他
of freedom,
顶
even
多
if
就
he's
是
on a
很举
rifle.
很举，但是没有到。
He's probably going to be the guy trying to turn up the bomb sites when you want to stack somewhere. He's going to be the first one to rotate. Early on, by the way, something interesting to point out. 3D Max did put a little bit of beat to try and control the map. We've seen a pretty fast default from them as well, trying to force those Falcons players out of positions such as connector, but allowing them to walk back in. They have only 2 flashes, a Molotov, and 2 smokes left. Now Joko picks up an opening though, so the lack of Yuto is probably not going to come into play that much, but still, yet to make a decision, and by the looks of things, it's going to be an A play, but the Falcons are not reading properly into it. They're rotating a 3rd player in towards B.
Oh, this is going to be awkward for Magic. He's going to deal with main and camera at once. This is borderline impossible. He needs 2, and you know what? He's got 2. Fair play. And guess who's on the scene? It's S1mple. Oh, he's found 2 of his own. That's huge. All the individuals showing up for Falcons when necessary. And it's totally unlikely. S1mple will even get the last as well. He set himself up for S1mple to trade, but S1mple does it all himself. A big grin on S1mple's face as Falcons edge into the lead.
I mean, how can you not be smiling about it? You just read the situation. I don't want to say poorly, but it wasn't the right call, right? It's a 50-50. You rotate that 3rd player into the B-bomb side. 3D Max played a perfect round of Counter-Strike, and then Mages pulls off that double kill. They were just jumping through the smoke. 2 of them on the left and right hand side. He gets both of them. This is absolutely crazy. And then S1mple with a lovely double himself. Made it a triple towards the end as well, but this is why you can still say that Mages is a world-class anchor when you need him to be.
Yeah, I think he's still got it in his anchor roles, man. I think he's brilliant. And S1mple, I mean, one of the big question marks about him has been his individual level, and that's the sort of kills we need to see from him. Important late-round kills to turn the round in the favor of your team. That's some big work from him. And just goes aggressive, even against the lower purchase here. He'll get 1. Madden falling away. Lots of fire being put into place, and that means the Tech Knights can pincer. Oh no. Joko has found both Madden and Dupree. And the utility kind of catching Falcons off guard badly there.
Yeah, the bomb side just collapsed, right? You're looking at the opening kill for Mages in towards A, then you see Madden aggressing towards B main, then they realized probably they were going to be tested by the pistols, felt under a little bit of pressure, started walking away, so you're thinking, okay, they're just going to deploy that defensive utility and fall back. Madden probably didn't realize there was a possibility of a player just pushing through the smoke in towards connector, right? He was making a lot of noise, looking towards it, felt like he was thinking about it and he was going to cover it, but then takes the left turn. The back of Dupree completely exposed.
他现在没做什么事啊，有上巨人了。
A little bit discombobulated in towards that B bomb side there for the Falcons. It cost them around, and that's
4个我用赛都赛得到。
Of course, we are gonna get our eyes on the man that had the most to do with this previous round.
Yeah, it's so awkward, right? I mean, it's not just Maka's kill here. Like, that one's a really frustrating one for S1mple. He's caught with utility drawn, but...
It's just the Joko double.
Yeah, they got moved away from E-Box, right? And Joko just pinches while the main players push. It's awkward, and it looks it too. Very evident. An attack will come in.
好的啦，3名个，莫名其妙哎。人家现在就没有什么港点啊，不然能怎样？他也不是 anchor 啊，他是 rotator。
Yeah. Also, we're probably.
他本来走方走是偏中路，没有不打中路。
On the cameras as well, but another tactical timeout, as we said. This is not even the map pick of the Falcons. It's going to be really interesting. Moving into Nuke, what can we actually expect out of it, right? Because Freddy and Alan made a point. The last time we saw Falcons play 3D Max is the only best of 3 that they played against each other. It was a Nuke, and it was a 13-3 win for 3D Max. Now, that's a given. It was on the 26th of August, so that's quite a while ago. But last time they played it, Falcons got only 3 rounds on the CT.
好了啦，3名，有些人也是要人家捶一下桌子才会醒哦。那你怎么不凑一下？
S1mple checking the boost in mid with S1mple's help, being a little bit more assertive in mid in this round, getting some bullets through that deeper smoke.
不知道啊，反正我只知道我现在大概不用想18
about to come into play. S1mple trying to spam that down. Molotov will ward him away from trying that.
啊，看他这波防中路啊，看他怎么
S1mple play close door for now. 3D Max are definitely coming his way. He's had no action last few rounds, been forced to save, and Gravity just owned him. That's what happens when you hold angle sometimes.
他就是 instant headshot， 不然你想怎么样？
Swing! Oh my god, they almost lined up for even more, but Magic is here toward A. The pinch is really good. And he'll get another on Ecstasy's. Recovering the round, only 4 HP.
人家除了那一把把输赛事 MVP 好了啦，那他上过几张图啊？不就这一张，不然你要叫什么？
He is the man that should want for the job right now. 18 and 7 drop, not going to be hurt. Debris rotated all the way towards deep temples. He's spawned, so he will get that bomb plant. But what that would be for the French?
打 W9， 人家打18个 round，
against the
LTV 记录18个 round 的数据才会准吗
？Of Debris and Mages. Low HP for Mages. Debris has to be the one to do the heavy lifting. Molotov in hand for him. They don't have a smoke. At least they have the 2 kids. It's all about whether Lucky's going to be able to isolate those fights, though. When you want to play this one together,
Mages is so low. 不要可能赢了，那他之后就会
He's got the incendiary. That could be all important. Obviously, Mages will go first to try and get intel on where Lucky is playing from. But hang on, Lucky's on the opening kill. Back nade. He doesn't even need it. Easy as pie for Lucky, and that could be huge for the complexion of this T-half for 3D Max. Oh, Falcons, that was not an easy one, but you felt like it was so awkward as soon as Dupree went down first.
Yeah, it's going to leave a bit of a mark though, right? Because once again, you feel like there's nothing more that Mages could do in towards that A-bomb side. Once again, he's so on those anchor positions and in those situations to get a multi kill, but Lucky just played it to perfection. Let the low HP player walk away. Takes the fight against the high HP first. The moment that he gets it, even if he lost that fight, the gunfight I'm talking about, the HE probably would have finished him also. Either way, wins the round. And now they start this one off with a boost, snapping completely.
哎呦啊，你看抓那个漂亮的 trade， 干
S1mple 好不好
At least it's gonna make Maka slow things down for a while.
It's actually a really important trade in a 4v4. As you rightly said, the economy is the issue when you lose a round like that. Everyone going down. Lucky with another great play. Lucky saying, "What about me, guys? I'm 20 and 7. I'm doing the most work for my team right now." We will remolly E-box and move back behind the site. Lucky is outside main right now. That smoke's about to fade, and Dupree actually he got himself slightly lucky to get that information, but he needs to worry about E-box. And you know what? He's done really well to get one. There is a quick rotator into play. It's a 3 versus 3, and Maka is still lurking around in mid. S1mple's done really well to find Lucky actually in that CT position, but Madden has not seen that flank like you said. So Maka is actually choosing to go behind Temple though, so that might mean he doesn't have much say in this one.
I think he does.
It's still going to be possible because I don't think S1mple and Madden will check it. S1mple's going to have to clear plat very closely. There is a player there, that is Ecstasy's, and there's the kill on Madden. It's awkward. Kit on the ground in front of S1mple, and he'll go down to Ecstasy's as well. Madden is too late here, needs a transfer. Use the pistol, not going to make it happen. Ecstasy's gets another, and the French keep winning all the close rounds.
Yeah, clutch after clutch after clutch, round after round, and you can see the giggle. They know what they're doing right now. They're stealing the spotlight away from S1mple's debut back. Those rounds have been absolutely ludicrous, and this time S1mple couldn't really do more about it, right? Gets that refrac in towards middle rotation to shut down another one in towards B. But it's Exorcist with all the goods. 17 and 14, 20 and 8 for Lucky. They're just popping off right now. They really want to steal the show away.
Yeah, right at the end of the game, when it looks like Falcons were getting their handle hold, getting involved. Max have won the 2 big clutches, 1v2 and 2v3. Pull down to an XM in this round. Low key the best gun in the game. I jest, of course, but
sure.
I do love the XM.
Wow.
I was waiting to hear the pun on that one before I judged.
Oh, that's very awkward for Ecstasy. Snappy will have to manage to get that kill, sort of hiding his body toward the A-main position, but Jocko is dealt with Dupree.
这真的很强哎，这真的蛮能秒的吧
probably should have got that kill. One more bullet, if it was allowed to be fired, it would have got it, but not to be. 3D Max are creeping now toward this finish line on Anubis.
Yeah, you're talking about.
不要忽视线上有很大的
in the last year. Well, on the other side, you have a team that's played 250 maps in just 6 months. This is not even the entirety of 2024, and you can clearly tell that the reps are making the difference right now. 3D Max, yeah, they've been able to pick up the clutches, but all in all, you can clearly tell that the game plan has been figured out quite decently. Looking like the more solid of the two sides team-wise, and Mages cannot be forced to hold on to the AK and the MP9. This is going to be a long way back, even though it's just 3 rounds, and we know that Falcons could always bring back a game like this one, especially with the amount of name value on the team. I don't think 3D Max are going to make it easy for them.
3D Max is coming to this one, of course, especially motivated, without a doubt, knowing the situation. What's on the line, really, with how the groups are played out, of course. You get the opening match, and you get a winners match to get through, then a decider match if necessary.
Sure, and we have a bit of a switch up in this group, right? We had it last second. Unpaid pulled out of the tournament, announcing that they're not playing with Harn anymore, announcing that obviously Jacob wouldn't be able to make it home in time to play the officials, so we got OG stepping in as the last second replacement, and I actually feel like this makes the group even more dangerous. Because you're having an OG team that hasn't had a lot of success, but has a lot to prove, and I think they're going to be hungry for it. Of course, they are going to be playing in our second game of the day against VP, who, considering the circumstances, probably are the #1 seed in this group, or at least the favorites to go out for sure.
Yeah. OG, of course, will be playing with Mikey, if I'm not mistaken, which is very exciting. He's a player that I've touted for a while, coming from the Czech scene.
Coming out of Unity, qualified for the RMR with him.
Exactly, exactly. I think he's a great young player to keep an eye on in the Tier 2 space. Right, this is it for 3D Max. Can they get it over the line? Mid-control util, keep Molly in play. Need to break up in that smoke. They've completely taken it, and this is already super hard for Falcons, right? And you let a team side get mid-control, they can do whatever they want, and they're going straight in toward A. Plenty of players here, but S1mple can't track Jocko. Thankfully, S1mpple's delivering. Bomb is dropped on the side.
The Mages is still there as well. Exorcist. Seen a couple of really good moments from him so far. This one has to be special, though. Of course, he's got the support back in towards middle with the AVP, but might be blindsided by Matt at any moment now. So the rifle's going to be alone for a little while. Maka spots out the first one, misses the shot though, and in the meantime, he'll lose his teammate. It's all left on the shoulders of the IGL with the AVP. Timing is not good for him. Still alive though, but he's just being pinched by so many different angles. It's so difficult to look for a fight right now. He's just being toyed with. There goes the wild swing, and Madden will take him down. So the Falcons, they stay alive in this one. 2 more. There might be a little bit more to that Anubis. They're still fighting for OT.
Extra round, still very much possible. Happy does so well here. This is a tough angle with the MP9. Look at him just bursting away there. That is not easy. You know, if you're running and gunning with the MP9 close range, you know, that's when the gun can feel easy. But when you're got a headshot angle to play on, and you can only see chests and heads, and can't commit to a spray, have to go for the bursts, that's when it's difficult. He does really well. Fair play to S1mple. He's second behind Magis on the scoreboard right now.
这 boost 也太高了吧？还是这个烟台比较靠前面？总之这个静默非常的可怕。
Gravity. Once again, walking out middle and taking middle control has been high priority in the last couple of rounds for 3D Max. Once again, not really been given too big of a fight. S1mple just spotting on the pixel angle. Of course, that's what you do. You just spot them out, you deploy that Molotov, and then play it a little bit more passively. And then you have that rotation. They look to want to disrespect it though. Flash goes through, and Mages gets flashed into oblivion. S1mple good for 1, but that's going to be about it.
Yeah, I don't think you can get yourself back into this one, I'm afraid. They're obviously going to have to give it a go. There is a kit on Dupree, and they do have decent util. It's going to be down to whether Dupree can get this kill on the big flank here. He's shown his position. XC's forced forward, and what an MVP flash that is for Maka. That is insane. Gives the kill almost for free. S1mple and Madness so stuck here. Are really not sure what they can do from this position. 2 versus 4. In goes S1mple, in goes Madden, and they will go down. 3D Max on Anubis. Show up. Turn and go.
Yeah, absolutely. A masterclass of a performance coming out of French, a masterclass of a performance coming out of Lucky. Most definitely a lot of things to be happy about if you're 3D Max. You're going into this one just a couple of days after not being able to qualify for ESL Pro League, and You just make it look, I don't want to say you make it look easy because there was a lot of individual plays involved, but at least you make it look comfortable towards the end there on the T side. And as you pointed out, stealing a little bit of the spotlight away, even though we did try our best to focus on the Falcons and even on the more unfortunate moments on this map for S1mple. But you know what, Travis? Myself and yourself, we're going to get...
时间等不了人，生活中一不留神，转个眼秒杀了。
他们其实有可能，就我刚才说线上的不能播视频，因为我帮他开导了。
昨天变成了今天，过去变成了现在，未来刚才来。
一定会有一些人说凭这个理由就在找借口。
岁月眨眼就过了，瞬间就那样默默的。上一次看才23，现在的日子没有那么简单。树叶又要散落了，花儿就快要复活了。回想以前没那么累，现在的白发和皱纹匹配，也是一种美。青春是一个梦，人生如一阵春风，不经意的飘过，境界蓦然辽阔。昨天变成了今天，过去变成了现在，未来刚才来，它从何而来？岁月眨眼就过了，瞬间就那样默默的。上一次看才23，现在的日子没有那么简单。树叶又要洒落了，花儿就快要复活了。回想以前没那么累，现在的白发和皱纹匹配，也是一种美。放下那曾经，留下那痕迹，前方的你，别忘了自己。成长是永远，离别是空虚，在千寻之外，我依然存在。岁月眨眼就过了，瞬间就那样默默的。上一次看才23，现在的日子好莱坞片有几幕，总会出现这几幕，像是中浪买情书，百年不绝的一支舞。 男女主角拉扯，咬着耳朵碎碎念不舍，背后的泄露乐手很出色，瞬间的寻常而独特。有没有跳过一段探戈？有没有听过或有看过？是种去浪漫的舞，虽然我跳得有点，快来跟我绕一绕。你静静在这角落，我慢慢在这飘过，伸出手要你起舞，败给了岁月的习俗。你我大圈拉扯，咬着耳朵碎碎念不舍，背后的提琴虽然很出色，可永远没有你深刻。有没有跳过一段探戈？有没有听过或有看过？是种去浪漫的，虽然我跳得有点，快来跟我绕一绕。热闹的世界有时沉默，繁忙的日夜能感到冷漠，刹那瞬间转眼而过，却还没来得及生活。遇见了你，这也许是天意。如果你也不介意，我想对你说，我心里藏的小秘密。你就像那沙漠里的水，那甜蜜的滋味多么珍贵。你愿不愿意做我沙漠里的水？寂寞的宇宙无边辽阔，太空之旅有没有着落？又何必等待？不用意外，缘分自有它的节拍。遇见了你，这也许是天意。如果你也不介意，我想对你说，我心里藏的小秘密。你就像那沙漠里的水，那甜蜜的滋味多么珍贵。你愿不愿意做我沙漠里？
没人的武器伤人是什么意思 ？Patty
是屎吧？怎么会不理？明明就比他屌。可啊，为什么不行？我现在吃饱了。如果我因为是在你，然后最后1.6 rating 的话，你就是。Bro, what the fuck? What the fuck? Fucking cunt.
帽子落在他下巴，
好了，
桌面或者建议吧，坐姿就像在战马， 没啥话。我一。
但我觉得对于跳出去的那个方向感，我没有办法，我抓不太稳。是你叫我跳 KZ 的哦，不是我自己要丑哦。
An old friend once told me of his favorite movies, a trilogy of classics, he said. They won accolades and made some careers, becoming great masterpieces. But life moved along, and though I meant to see them, they slipped to the back of my mind. Then came a day when they passed my way. Now I can finally say, I watched Godfather, a sad, sad story. I watched Godfather in 4K glory. It was good, but it was sad. Mike was good and Mike was bad, but mostly mad and lonely. I watched Godfather. Decisions and consequence, loyalty, betrayal, unsavory choices, horrors unveiled, power without purpose.
看，其实我不熟地图也有差，因为我不知道哪边往哪边掉。
For all that is worthless, this cycle of karma has you drowning in drama, gasping for breath in all of your armor, awake in your sleep, asleep while awake. Your fate is of that, and of all that you make. Dreams of chivalry now reek of misery. Can you find your peace in the end? Can you trust those you love? Can you love those you trust when death is your only friend?
Oh, okay.
Death is your only friend. I watched Godfather, a sad, sad story. I watched Godfather in 4K glory. It was good, but it was sad. Mike was good and Mike was bad, but mostly mad and lonely.
他至少点跳哦。
Watched Godfather.
我以为你昨天点他在秀，原本他这边是本来要求叫点跳。 他就要连跳啊！因为要开始了。
对啊。48分会出发。
前阵子，我朋友发了个文给我看，他跟我说：“哎，
手跟刚那个才23，应该是你会比较喜欢那个，你比较喜欢正常一点的。江湖中人员太艺术了。就可以了。好，那我先出发，再见。